My name is Lucy Bergstrom. I live in Pleasant Grove, Utah. I have a background in fashion and have always wanted to work in the fashion industry. I started using my Cricut by customizing clothing and slowly went into home goods, and now I own a small business called Retroflect where I customize vintage mirrors. As long as I can remember, I've always wanted to own my own business, and I think it started back when I was probably 15 or 16. My mom always loved shopping secondhand, and she was so good at it, and she had this method of finding the perfect outfit, and I was just very inspired by that. So when me and my husband first got married and we decided to start Moby Thrift, we decided to go for it and start selling vintage clothes. We started using the Cricut because we loved vintage clothing, but we kind of wanted to make a few things our own, start putting our logo on things. And so we actually were borrowing our friend's mom's Cricut for a few months. We just kind of like took it from her and never returned it because we became obsessed with how many things you could do with a Cricut. You could customize clothing however you wanted. And that sparked this idea that we could start putting vinyl not only on clothing, but on mirrors as well. That is when I started using the Cricut to customize vintage mirrors and start my second small business. I love using mirrors as my medium because I've never really seen anybody do that. There's so many amazing things I've seen artists do, but I don't often see art on a mirror. I learned that I could trace somebody's handwriting and cut that on the Cricut and make that into a design that I would put on a mirror. And so I've had a lot of amazing orders come in. I had an experience with a custom order where the customer's friend was having a really bad day and she wanted the phrase in her handwriting that said, "You are loved," so that her friend always remembered that not only was she loved as a person, but she was loved by her best friend because it was in her handwriting. And she absolutely loved it. It turned out perfect. And every time she looks in that mirror now, she'll always have that reminder. When people started ordering these phrases for mirrors like "you look gorgeous" or "you are loved," these inspirational phrases that they can always see on their mirror, that inspired me and made me think, well, of course people want something inspirational when they look in the mirror because we're always looking in the mirror, we're always looking at ourselves. So I started doing really positive and really loving, just short statements that you can put on a mirror. And I also sell just a decal so that people can put it on their bathroom mirror at home. They don't have to buy a full mirror from me. They can put it anywhere in their house that they can see it so that they are always reminded of something inspirational and positive. I feel like this business is a part of me and reflects me so much because of the individuality. I want everybody to feel unique. I want everybody to always be themselves, and every single mirror is different. And I just think that's very inspiring for people, being able to have this one-of-a-kind thing in their home and hopefully be able to take that into their lives, the one-of-a-kind unique aspect. I live by that, and I want other people to feel that way as well, and I feel like that message comes through with my artwork. I don't think that I would have a business without the Cricut, to be honest. I don't even know how I would do this. There's nothing that you can permanently put on a glass. Paint doesn't last forever. This just is so unique. I know that people have etched into glass before, but this is totally different, and there would be no Retroflect without Cricut.